Hey guys, welcome back here to my channel and today to another episode here of my Mack hypercoaster build. Today I'm just going to show you very quickly around what I've done off camera, just carried on there with the custom supports. That's so boring to watch. I just kind of did it in my own time without recording and just kind of got really stuck in and got those done. I haven't finished them, I still have another section to do, and I also have a lot of details to add, like the track connectors and all the little bolts and everything, especially on the footers and on the actual connector itself. I'm going to do that at a later point, but today I'm going to focus on this curve here where I'm actually going to do a kind of scenery near miss moment. And as I've gone with an Egyptian theme for this ride, I thought it'd be nice to have the coaster kind of dip into a area where it's kind of maybe a bit old and there's rubble, got some old buildings maybe kind of that are somewhat destroyed, and the coaster kind of dips in and out of the rocks there and creates a nice little interaction moment for the guests on the train. And also at the bottom of this actual curve area, there is a section of a river rapids going through that part of the land. You have to imagine that in the black space there is more of a park, and the river rapids would actually continue out. I really love doing that in these diorama type style builds, having like a slice of cake of the park, if you will, and just having that little section on display and having the rest of your imagination, or your imagination kind of think of how the rest of the map would look. So I've added like a little section there of a river rapid to suggest that there is a larger water ride in the area. And I'm just going to really tie that into this kind of themed area here that I'm doing with the track dipping in there to the ruins. And I'm going to try and connect it all up and make this one kind of big Egyptian themed type area. I'm using Freedom 2K a lot for this one, really to rotate those rocks around, make sure that the textures aren't all repetitive and the same. I really want to make it look very organic, and also I want to kind of have the rocks follow the terrain a little bit as well. And I was trying to think here, what can I do to kind of connect the two areas here? You've got the water at the bottom and you've got the coaster at the top there, and I thought maybe adding like a small ruined building in the middle and then doing some like rocked stairs or something going up around it would be quite cool. And at this point I was doing it very gridded. I was doing it, you know, on the diagonal or on the straight grid, and then I was trying to like steer myself away from that, so I ended up tilting some rocks here at different angles and stuff and just trying to make it look a little bit more natural. So that path there obviously isn't like usable for the guests or anything, it is just theming. But at the moment I'm having a bit of a problem here with the colours. I just feel like it's all very one washed sandy colour, so I'm going to try and add some more depth into that by adding a few darker shades, and I'm going to go in with the rocks with the painted tool a little bit and just kind of change some of those rocks up, make it look a little bit different, because it does, you know, look like all like one big blur at the moment. For some reason the rocks here, I think there's a bug in my game where like the colours of things they change by themselves when I place them back into the map. So I have to like repaint things sometimes, so those stairs there need to be recolored back to the sandy colour. My game does that very often, I'm not really sure why, to be honest. And as you just saw just a second ago, I added in some like these like Egyptian pillars, and I've just kind of tilted them slightly to make it look like they've been knocked over or they're very old, and they work out really well as well, to give the impression that this was once a nice kind of Egyptian temple or a tomb or something, and that's kind of what I was going for here. I'm still not sure about the orange train. I love the colour of it, I think it's a fantastic colour, but I'm not sure if it really matches in with what I'm doing. I have like these hints of yellow in the station and stuff, and I'm not sure if I should change the train to a yellow colour or not. Let me know what you think down below. Should I keep it orange or change it to another colour? I love that orange, but I just don't think it suits the ride. So yeah, I'm having a bit of a pickle with that one. Right now I'm just placing these cool wall pieces from the Egyptian mod set. I've kind of sunk them into the sand a little bit, and they've got some cool like Egyptian eyes and things like that, and pictures of Egyptian people on there. So they look really cool. I'm trying to integrate those into the floor and that a little bit and into the rubble. And then obviously the river rapids here, I'm going to try and do some nice theming elements along the whole thing to make this one big river rapids a themed experience. Obviously just focusing on this one little area at the moment, but I'm thinking of adding like a section of a family junior coaster kind of to complete this area. Obviously it won't be functioning because it'll only be like a small part of it, as the rest of it will be off the map. but I'm thinking of doing that, and I think that will really tie it nicely with the rapids area, but I'll get back to you on that one, whatever I do there. And yeah, I don't want to draw the focus away too much from the actual main coaster. This map is purely about this Mack Hypercoaster that I've built. I just really wanted to dress it up and make it look nice and pretty. I didn't want it to just be the coaster on the map. I wanted to give it some theming. I wanted to dress it up and make it more of a diorama style kind of thing going on. But I also do want to add a couple of other bits in there, like maybe like a little guest area, some seating and that kind of thing. But I want the attention and the focus to be on the coaster. That is the main project, that is the main thing with this. So I'm not going to add like a giant another coaster in this area and draw the focus away from this coaster, because otherwise what's the point? I'm just trying to like play with some rocks here, trying to tilt some, kind of falling over the top of the rapids there to kind of create like some arches and tunnels, that kind of thing. I could have probably used some of the SpongeBob or Parkitect rocks as well for this. I might go in and do that as well at some point. And they've got some really cool pieces of rocks in there, like archways and things that can go over the water. I put down some plant pots and things and vases there as well. That looks really cool, just to kind of add a little bit more theming. Then of course I just need to go in now and do the custom supports. I didn't want to do the supports before the theming because I wasn't really sure where the theming was going to go, and I didn't want to like build a support and then actually put like some theming there and then you wouldn't see the support. So I kind of done the theming first, and now I'm just going to go in and add some supports in where I think they would naturally kind of sit and wherever they would go. Again, just doing basic supports right now. I'm not doing anything too crazy or fancy. I'm just kind of laying them down, ready for me to go in at another time and do all the details like the flanges, the bolts and the track connectors, etc., which I spoke about in the beginning of the video. That is something that's going to take me a while to do. It's not really something I'm going to do on camera, I think, because that's really boring to look at. And I did a little bit in one of the first couple episodes to show you kind of how I'm going to do it. And also I just wanted to cover up the footers in this area with like a crate, just to make them look a bit more themed. So maybe I'll do that for some other areas, I'm not really sure yet, but for this little area I thought it was quite cool. But yeah, I'm just shading some of those rocks in now, making some of the tones a little bit darker just to add a little bit more depth in there, which I think really helps out the whole area. But that is pretty much it for this area. I'm really liking how it's turning out, so I think I'm going to use kind of these ideas and things a little bit more in the rest of the map. I'm going to put it over in the queue line, etc., and do that. That will probably be in the next episode. But for the rest of this video today, I'm just going to carry on doing a couple more custom supports, a couple more little details, and then I'm going to leave it there for today. Yeah, I really enjoyed doing this area. I wasn't quite sure what I was doing. I wasn't quite sure how to start, but I just kind of placed some rocks and took it from there. And then it kind of spoke to me a little bit with what to do, and then I kind of went with the flow, and it turned out to be pretty cool. I hope you like it. Let me know down below what you think. I really do. I appreciate your comments and everything and your opinions. But yeah, I'm just going to add a few more footers and everything. Like I said, I'm going to do the rest of the details off map for the supports. But that is pretty much it for today. Thank you for watching. If you're not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button. It really does help out my channel. And leave a comment down below and give this video a like as well. It really does help out. And I'll see you all next time on my channel for another episode. I'm just going to leave you with a screenshot now, and a massive shout out to my Patreons as well. Thank you for the constant support for my content, and I'll see you all next time here on my channel. Bye.
Oh.